fellow Toastmaster and most welcome guests. How many of you are having a hard time thinking about what to give to your father, husband, or With Father's Day looming, it's going to be a difficult task to figure out what to give to your father. By doing that, we're going to bring you in with the perfect gift that we can give to your father. And it can be the perfect holiday gift. How do we do that? We go to an exotic island, we can go to a very remote place, but it gets better. We can do it with a private jet. Please don't panic. It's not going to break the bank, and you're going to be able to afford it. And also, you're going to be able to give a very beautiful memory to your father or to your husband. I'm going to walk you through the 4 different ways of flying private. And the first one is by owning your jet. When you own your jet, you're going to have to pay for the crew, you're going to have to pay for the asset, you're going to have to pay for the maintenance of the aircraft. Estimated cost, $10 million. Cost of the maintenance, $1 million per year. And we go into the second way of flying private, which is fractional ownership. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's owning a fraction of that particular plane. With that, you're going to have to pay for an acquisition fee, an occupied hourly rate, and a management fee. You're going to be locked for 5 years into a contract, and it's going to be a very limited fleet. Estimated cost, $5 million. When we go into the jet cards, the jet cards, you can buy them in increments of 25 hours. 25, 50. Estimated cost, $140,000. Give or take $5,600 an hour. Trip from here to New York, I'll give you an example, can be over $30,000 for a nice weekend. The other way of flying private is charter on demand, and that's the business that I'm in. The benefit of that is you have a network of over 6,000 aircraft worldwide. You can go, you're now locked to a 5-year contract, you can go into a lag, depending on the people that you're bringing into the journey, that's the way to go. However, that can get a little bit pricey because we're going to have to pay for the market price of the aircraft. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the secret sauce that it's all about flying private without breaking the bank. Who wants to listen how you can do that? All right. And this is what happens. When we go through the 4 different ways of flying private, there's a 5th one. And this is flying on empty legs. Empty legs are, you're probably wondering what's an empty. Empty legs are when the plane is repositioning back to its base and the plane is flying empty. 60% of the times, mostly in the US, the planes are flying empty all the time. So the owners will prefer to sell at a fraction of the cost the trip from point A back to point B to its base. That is what an empty leg is. And that's really where everybody is having the imagination going on how you can make this happen. With having an empty leg and having all of the other options, you might be thinking, why is it going to be the perfect way to do it? The perfect way is having the flexibility of going to a private, exotic island on a private jet. Making sure that you can get to the point that you want to get without going through lines, without going through TSA. You can go drive into the airport and make sure that you're taken care of with the VIP treatment that you want. So all of this, you can put a good memory to the Father's Day experience that everybody else wants to have, that you pretty much see it that it's not attainable, that you're not gonna get there because you're gonna be spending thousands of dollars. Whenever you need that, you let me know. We have the technology, we scan the market, we make sure that we know exactly where the planes are flying empty, and we can get it at a fraction of the cost. Whenever you're thinking about doing this, please consider going private. Don't even worry if it's going to be too much. Inquire, because the price is going to be a fraction of what the real price that everybody thinks private jets, private yachts is going to be. But I'm so sorry.